So you've come to see what it takes to make games, have you? Well, you're in the right place. First things first, you should know that making software is not easy, not fast, and not as rewarding as one would expect. Do not expect to make a game like Titanfall or Skyrim by yourself. You'll most likely turn out like Five Nights at Freddy's, Super Meat Boy, Braid, Fez, Undertale. You get the point. To start, you need a plan. I've attempted to make software with many engines about many mechanics and failed because I didn't have the proper planning for the software. You first got to know what kind of game it is. Is it a puzzle? Is it a strategy? Is it a mystery? A running gun? There are lots of genres. After you know the genre, make a storyline and find the player's goal, or what the player has to do to win the game. PowerPoint's a good thing to use to plan the story out. If the player has no goal, the game is not fun. The point of all games is to make the player strive to meet the goal. Now you have the basic skeleton for your game. At this point, you have to do the most difficult part, detailed overview. In this stage, you write or sketch everything that happens in every level, in every scene, in every chapter, in every episode. After this is all finished, development finally begins. Depending on the aspects that you want in your game, the software I would suggest varies. I'll make another video that will tell you what you should use to build your game based on a quiz. The ones that I'll show in the quiz will be Game Maker Studio, QuickTeam Fusion, all versions, Unity 3D, all versions, Unreal Engine, Blender, Construct 2, and Visual Studio. When you go into development, make sure you have practice in the engine that you're using. If you don't have any idea how to use the engine, use tutorials or APIs. Don't build it all polished and player ready. It doesn't even have to have textures or models. It'll be the most basic version of the planning that you did. Next, after you know how all the mechanics work and there are no errors, you can add art and sound. Try to stay basic. You're working on an alpha version. An alpha means that it's far from the finished product, but playable by another person. When you post your alpha version, don't post it anywhere big like Steam. Do something free because you don't know if people will buy it or if it needs to cost money. Once you post the alpha version, people can post glitches or suggestions, which you can put in or fix in the beta version. The beta version means it's playable and good, but it's not what you want the final product to look like. The final product is pretty straightforward. After you have the final version, you should post it everywhere possible, and it should be available to all people. This is marketing. You need to make it something that's appealing, something interesting, something that's not annoying, and something that cannot be overpriced. Let's talk about rewards. You will not be able to make a living on your games unless it's a huge hit. Advertising on a free game will make a lot more money than having the full version paid for a lot of people. People get free games all the time, but very few people go looking for apps and games that cost money. So, are you up to the challenge of making a game? If you are, tell me in the comments or ask questions at agoodexplanation@mail.com. Please like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.